taking a while to get to live. Okay, just setting up the video transmission. Okay, looks like we are kind of live now. Let me share this with a few groups and then we should be ready to proceed. This is gonna be my, well, as per tradition, this is gonna be my first dig into Ixalan, and let's see how this one pans out. Lots of, actually quite a lot of things to look forward to here. I guess we can say, though to be fair, this is probably one of the few sets where I've checked out quite a bit of the cards, but I haven't exactly checked out quite a bit of the archetypes. I haven't checked which ones are doing well or not so well. It's sealed pool, so it's pretty much dictated by what we open. So we're not necessarily going to be able to choose what lanes we're going into. Well, we might have some choice depending on the pool, but I would much rather have a pool where the direction is very clear in a good way. Like, it's clear because they're good cards, and not because it's clear because it's the only one with actual enough playables to make a good deck out of. Anyway, hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Magic Arena Run. Today we are going to be doing our first sealed of the Lost Caverns of Ixalan. Lots of things to look forward to. I think I've heard the most rumblings about blue-black because this is really about descent, and it's easy to descend quite a bit. I guess there's a bit of sacrifice in black-red. There's a lot of discovery. It's dinosaurs, but it's more of discover in red-green. You can say that you're playing a lot of big stuff, big things, but you're getting some 2-for-1 advantages as well. Let's be clear that this is not really a typal set. So except for dinosaurs, there are not many subtype synergies here. That said, well, Throne of the Grim Captain, maybe this might be a good place to try it out. Though that'll depend on what we have. At least we got to Get Lost, and Abuelo's Awakening is kind of fine. There's a Trumpeting Carnosaur, which is always very good. Belligerent, it's interesting, but not so much. Souls of the Lost is quite decent as well. So first we are going to have to do a land check. We do have a blue cave. Promising Vein, we might have to run this because this is sealed, but honestly, you don't want to be drafting that. Okay, we should also probably bump that up. Let's check out other artifacts as well. Hunter's Blowgun, that's fine. Minecart, it's not quite Smuggler's Copter, but this is quite a good amount of advantage. We can go with this. Wanderglyph, if we need some creatures in a pinch. Runaway Boulder, you probably don't really want to run this, but you might have to. If we are into white-blue artifacts, we probably will end up running this one for the most part. Sorcerer's Spyglass, no, we're never running that. So we'll check out our individual. Oh yeah, let's also check out multicolored as well. Because there's the Belligerent. We got 2 copies of Akawali, the Seething Tower. So this is the actual descent color. So for the most part, maybe we could go with this, but I do want to run red and white at least. And yeah, we do get the Discovery Tree every time, so this red and white might be a good choice. Let's start with white. So we got Abuelo's Awakening, so way to return stuff. We got 1 Petrify, 1 Get Lost, so we got some removal. 1 Tinker's Toad's quite good. A bunch of cats, glorifiers, lots of glorifiers of suffering. So if ever we go for the Throne of the Grim Captain, this satisfies our vampire requirement. Otherwise, a lot of artifacts. Actually, there's also Whirlpool, so that's a removal. We can consider that. Let's take a look at red. This one has the Trumpeting Carnosaur. This would be our dinosaur requirement. There's a pirate. There's a Belligerent Yearling. Yeah, it's very clear that this is not a great typal set, so we do have a Braid here. Another Pirate's Dice. Zoyowa's Justice. Discovers X, where X is its mana value. This is honestly not the best card. I guess if you hit the rare, it should be fine, but it's gonna be awkward in other respects. Idol of the Deep King does give us extra removal. Red-white is looking good for the most part. There's enough removals, some descent synergies, but I think we might need some additional help. Let's take a look at blue. Actually, we have 2 hidden cataracts. There's another Bentisaur, that's another dinosaur. There's a Siren Pirate, so we can go white, blue, red, but we would be missing Let's see if we have any merfolk here. We don't. No merfolk. As far as artifacts, Lodestone Needle is a bit meh. Pirate Hat is definitely a meh here. We do. Okay, Brackish Blunder is good. Relic's Roar is kind of meh. Zoetic Glyph. This one's kind of fine. If we actually blue is looking kind of good on blue is looking kind of good in a vacuum. Let's check black. There's the Souls of the Lost, which we saw a while ago. Tiding Blade is actually quite decent as if you played it early. Fungal Fortitude, it's fine. I will have to check green if I will have to check out green if Descent is a great option here. Defossilize, we do have a few cyclers, so land cyclers, so those are good cards we can get back. But honestly speaking, black is looking kind of very soft. Like as far as removal is concerned, we only got the Deadcap Marinade and the Tiding Blade. Not much of anything else here. Okay, let's take a look at. Okay, we checked red. I'm kind of into it. I'm more into. So we're looking for a color with a lot of artifacts. There is one merfolk here, but but on the basis of this, we're probably not going to go Grim Captain. Although there are a good number of dinosaurs here. Again, another land cycler. So black is actually in consideration here. Jade Seed Stones, Crafted Creature, that's decent. Colossal Dactyl is one of the better cards here. One Poison Dart Frog looks good. Limit Sight, that's a nice, decent combat trick. Okay, so let's start out with. Okay, so we're sadly not going to be playing Grim Captain's Throne as much as I want to. But what are the synergies we can go for? We want to be we want artifacts and enchantments, so there are some in red. So let's start with the white one. So yes, 1 mana Scry 2 is fine. Having the Tinker's Tote is actually a big deal as well as the Clay Fired Bricks. This gives us a lot of long game. Abuela's Awakening is fine. Yeah, we can easily run all of the white cards here. But we might want to make some cuts, like for example, Quicksand Whirlpool, we probably don't want to be running all those copies. Let's see if we can get away with not running any of them. We're gonna go with Sunborn because we want to load up on 3 drops if possible. So like Idol of the Deep King, that's a good one. A Braid is a solid one. Ancestors 8, okay. Belligerent Yearling's actually fine. 2 mana, 3/2. Okay, this is also another. If you descend it, create the treasure token. When it enters battlefield, create the treasure token. Of course, we're running the Carnosaur, running Rumbling Rockslide. This is unfortunately 4 mana, but it does get big if we can consistently descend. And as it is, we do have a decent 9/8 shot here. Now this is technically a really bad card, especially with our curve. I don't think we'll be. Though this might be slightly better because it does enable descent. Let's see how many cards actually want us to descend. Scallywag. Actually, it's just a Scallywag for the most part. We do have some alternate synergy by discarding some artifacts and bringing them back with Abuelo's Awakening. But yeah, we don't exactly have much in the descent strategy. So if we can get away with not running that land, we will. In that case, but we already put off. We might actually have to play one of these after all, because we do want to. Yeah, we're 14 and 9. We kind. Oh wait, we can also try some artifacts, but we kind of want some actual creatures here. Unfortunately, they cost 4. This one cost. Yeah, we probably might want to check into another color. Which color has better decent creatures that we can run? Although we can say the Tinker's Toad counts as a creature, air quotes. Yeah, we're on the lookout for cheap creatures. So the Dart Frog was good, but the Capybara is not so much. We probably want to be looking at the 3 mana slot. Souls of the Lost is probably interesting to splash, but that will force us to run the land. Yeah, we are kind of short in creatures to go straight red white. I can run the Spike Tail just to have random swamp cycling. That's the one land we need. So we can actually cut one swamp. Go with the Promising Vein after all, because now we have a reason. We're splashing a third color. We definitely want to keep 2 swamps because of Spike Tail at least. So yeah, this looks like a decent start. Do I want to go set? We don't have any lands that we don't have any that go double white, or we do have a double red card though. So we can cap. So maybe it's an argument to go more red, although we're honestly more white at this point. I guess we'll leave it as like this. We'll give this one a try. And why did it reset it all over again? Okay, that's so weird. Okay, we're doing it again. And alternately, we could go white, blue, red. Or we could go white, green, red, since we do have some light dinosaur strategy synergies. Yeah, the problem with the belligerent is the crew tree is actually kind of a big deal. Because if I go green, it's mostly just for the frog and the armored kin collar, but we don't have that many dinosaurs to reveal. We only got 2, so currently. Yeah, I think the black is worth. I think I think the black is the way to go. Okay, let's see. Okay, now let's hope that we can get this first one through. I am willing to try out the black. I'm willing to try out black green and probably the blue red splashes as well. But definitely gonna ride with red white for now. Okay, so definitely a good opening. Sunscribe into Envoy is good. If we have to abrade, we will abrade. Do we have to? Let's run this one first. If our opponent swings or tries to remove it, it actually gives us something to bring back with Awakening, so it's not the worst. Tally's favor. Okay, that is a. They hit a Sunscribe of their own. We'll take the hit. So that is one of the better reasons to actually hold up the braid. Let's see if our opponent blocks. Let's see. And then in that case, Opponent leads with a Captivating Cape. So it's actually quite good in the sense that it does have a late game play. Cartographer's Companion. Okay. It does allow us to play on Envoy safely. We could also just play Tinker's Toad, give ourselves the 1/1s. I guess we swing first. Let's see if our opponent's willing to trade the companion. Rock Slide's good, actually. No opens, just taking it. Kind of unfortunate we're stuck at 1 mana. And oh, thank goodness this is not limited by sorcery speed, so although this one is sorcery speed, so we're not actually holding anything up. Guardian of the Great Door. Well, at least the Rock Slide actually does something good in this case. We can't. So the timing is decent. Guess we hold up, get lost. We're really living on. We're trying to live on that 1 mana. Now, Glorify or Suffering, we can sack the Sunscribe and. Okay, opponent has Petrified. Is this sacrifice another creature or artifact? Okay, we can sacrifice this, put 2 counters on it. That's fine. Bit of a race for the most part. Okay, we're definitely keeping that. We have 2 spells that we do want to cast. Surprisingly, no artifacts in the yard yet. Panic Altasaur. We can make it get lost. So I can string with both of these. Or Yearling is fine. Yeah, Yearling's fine. At least we traded the board that way, and we do get our Tinker's Toad as well. So if we have to, we can sack this and go Abuelo's Awakening to get it back. Opponent might start buffing this. So in which case, ooh, they also hit an Abrade too. So they might just crack all the tokens just to buff this super high. This is not, oh, this is sorcery speed only though, so. Ah, but there's the caveat. I do want to play this first. I guess I can swing with all of them, or our opponent just chump blocks this one. I'm gonna tempt our opponent a little bit. Also because I do want that Scry. Scalawag, if you've descended this turn. I think I actually want to bin this on the bottom. We kinda need something better at this point. So we're gonna see how our opponent responds. We basically just allowed this to happen so that our opponent just probably abrades the Yearling. That's kind of my hope. So that if we go Abuelo's Awakening, this time we're gonna go for the Tinker's Toad because that gives us additional creatures. Opponent discards their own Get Lost. Yep, made them use the Abrade, that's the plan. opponent probably not. Opponent might just go for this. Also, does this have craft element? Craft with one or more dinosaurs. Doesn't give it reach. So let's see if our opponent has removal for this. He actually went through quite a lot of removal for this. If our opponent's plays just to craft with one or more dinosaurs, then we... Does no surprise reach? Yeah, that's it. Wait, they... Yep, that's it. We got there. Nice one. So Awakening is... Yeah, in this particular deck, Awakening is good. We have the necessary... We have the necessary creature artifacts to make it work. Okay, not bad for our first win. Let's keep going. Yeah, this is a... Okay, we hit our black splash. I guess I'm willing to keep this as late as it is. We do have Tinker's Toad and Envoy, so we have... Yeah, this... Oh, we hit all our black splashes, so we're probably not swamp cycling at this point. Pass, no. So we're gonna see. Do we hit red? If not, I just play black and... We do hit a Promising Vein. Opponent hits their cave. Okay, let them mill first and draw. No. No, not exactly. The other side is actually quite consequential here, so we definitely want to save our upgrade. Yeah, we're... So I guess we can cast Tinker's Toad, encourage blocks here. At least this way, it forces our opponent to have remove multiple pieces of removal if they want to get through. They might have the Discover enchantment again. It's actually turning out to be pretty decent. Though it also looks like our opponent... Oh, I think... Oh, they milled this one. That's pretty good for us. I want to see what they have. Their whole... Probably the pump effect. Oh no, they just let through. I suspect they're holding up some sort of counter spell, but I don't remember what it is. I have to play something anyway. Also, it does help me keep up white. I probably should have played another white source. Gain the life. I actually want all of these, so we're not gonna... We're just waiting for them to drop a decently sized creature for Rumbling Rockslide. They're bound. That counts. There's also a pet. Oh, there's also a Petrify too. cards from graveyards. We're losing. Well, that's exactly 3 cards. Actually not bad. Does our opponent have Rumbling Rock Slide? Yeah, of course you go for the bigger one. What's their follow-up for this? They have an Abrade. Okay, so we got them to empty all their removal out. So the plan here is next turn we'll just craft with this one first. Plundering Pirate, that's okay. Make a treasure token. Opponent is Wonder White Scout, make a map token. Next turn they will flip this one. I might be with all this. Oh, they're just sacking it right away. Okay, hits a land. Yeah, it looks like the Caves deck. No, unless we hit some other plan. Yeah, this is probably the best option here. So I can swing with this, convince our opponent to double block, which is actually fine with me. Okay, going for the Discover. Discovers Itali's favor, which allows them to discover again, sure. Into an Abrade, which okay, they actually have multiple Abrades. It's a good thing we made the trade when we could. Opponent's gonna discover. Opponent's eventually gonna start flipping this. Okay, they're just gonna keep discovering, I guess. What did they hit? Sunborn Militia. That's actually fine. This indestructible. Have its power become 5. Attack with these 2 only. Hit Iron Jaw Aspirant. So let's see. Yeah, I kind of want to put it here. It's just you're getting a lot of 2-for-1s for the most part, so we're good. If our opponent just goes to flip this one, we get to do this again. Yeah, they will have a 6/6 blocker, but I don't think they will have enough blocks. We're kind of going all in here. Hold on. That's an artifact. Well, we hit. We lucked out on that one, but that was a good hit. Yeah, Sunborn is pretty good. I like it. I like him, this and it. Discover is gonna be, yeah, you really have to build around it. You do not want to have a lot of dud ones, but good 2s at least. You want to have good 2 drops. Also, hitting it's technically a cast, so we would still have to discard we would still have to discard or sack. Okay, this one we can keep. We can open and turn to Wanderglyph. Turn to Wanderglyph, turn 3 idle. Well, turn to Abrade is also an option. Let's see if it comes to that. So Hades Lattice, okay, no. So we're the ones who want to run a creature. It's also nice that a lot of the artifacts are still artifacts, so that actually makes Abrade an all-star. Opponent going into Treasure Map, into a Triumphant Chomp. Okay, that's fine. I guess we could craft it into this instead. So... yeah, we're gonna pass. Thank goodness this has flash. But this is not the best one to craft, so we might have to consider something else. I also probably just want to consider throwing this right now just to get the swamp cycling. Alternately, I can just hold the Abrade for now. The next turn, because we want to get the free equip of this, even though we don't get anything else. But there's also the argument that maybe we just want to sacrifice this. Okay. We're gonna need to hit one of our bigger removal spells. That's not it. Do I want to... yeah, look. Guardian of the Great Door is actually going to be it's going to be a hallmark for mid to late gameplay. You definitely want to have enough removal. Tintorius also. Let's see, opponent definitely swings at us. Oh, they're actually holding back. Maybe we hit that second swap. Okay, we did not. At the very least, we might be able to convince our opponent to block. Well, it could be a chump block, which is... yeah, it's chump block for now. We're gonna need additional help. Yeah, we're probably not winning this game unless something's changed. Like maybe a get lost would be fine. Opponent is about to get a lot of card draw, but yeah, we let the game run too long. Opponent is now incentivized to swing. We can hit one more removal. I guess we're... okay, Promising Vein is actually kind of promising. It's a shame that it puts it on the battlefield tap. I would have been able to go for it right away. I do have to swing with this one first. now our opponent's gonna be drawing lots of cards. It's also a matter of time before our opponent starts discovering. They have a good blocker base. No, but there's nothing wrong with just making continuous plus some continuous 3/2s and then going for the exile. Yeah, the Triumphant Chomp is thankfully the only red spell they have, but they're gonna easily be able to cast everything else. Yeah, we really just flooded hard. There's no good way around it. And the double flyer too was really annoying. And opponent just had the last one. Okay, we can concede this one. Well, our opponent ran out all their rares, and actually you can see the Guardian is going to be one of the kind of a mythic uncommon. It's not free, but it's still pretty difficult to deal with. In fact, I think removal is not so great, so having the higher end creatures is really helpful here. We just needed to have a more aggressive curve and not keep hitting land after land, but that's magic. Okay. Yeah, turn 2 cycle Swamptail, turn 3 Pirate. Not. This is admittedly a slower. There's an argument for mulling this one. One is taking their time deciding. Okay, actually opponent mode, that's why. I guess I could also like cut some of the white cards here. Like the glorifiers are not that great. Oh, there's also the trick where I'm still gonna swamp cycle this, but we can go plundering pirate first. No, Tinker's Toad is. We go plundering pirate first. That gives us a treasure token. If our opponent goes for removal on this guy, so be it. Because then we get their triumph. Oh, they're spending that much. I'm perfectly fine with that. It's like I got a free hit. They have their own Tinker's Toad, but mine can potentially be larger. Like I could just sack the Toad instead. Opponent is definitely going. Well, I guess they could flip the landmark. Hey, Jericho Lagan, thank you for tuning in. How is your week? Musta na pre? How are you doing? Is opponent? Yeah, Guardian of the Great Door. This time we have the Rumbling Rock Slide, so we're actually kind of gold here. Yeah, so Rumbling Rock Slide is going to be kind of important because there are a lot of X creatures that are greater than X3 that you want to hit, and we are going to take. But yeah, I would have killed for one of these. Yeah, our opponent could actually sack and craft, so that is a plan. I also have to decide if I want to, like, I don't necessarily need the treasure token anymore. So I could sack this for life and it would be a non-issue. Okay, there's a petrify is good. When it has their own Glory of Fire Suffering, I'm not surprised. Now take note, this is sacrifice another, so I can't just have it sacrifice itself. Opponent actually holding back. Wow, we're flooding again. Yeah, it will force that, and it'll force a double block this way. It's honestly not great. But then again, I'm flooding kind of badly, so it's only a matter of time before our opponent does flip this. Tried to do card hunting for the Dino, had to order online. Oh, Dino Commander deck. Oh yeah, that's the one that everyone is saying is kind of overpriced right now. It will explain why it's harder to find. I heard that everyone is speculating on it a lot. They get to return to Tinker's Toad. No good deals either way. I could at least avoid the block. There's an argument for bouncing this, but our opponent could just sack it. Now our opponent just reloads. Yeah, Mischievous Pup, very good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to 5. Our opponent did take a mulligan as well. But yeah, that's two draw steps we kind of bricked on a lot. Opponent's actually also rocking the black as well, but I haven't. Is it for Bitter Triumph and never attack with one? Oh come on, please! Why are you? And this is one or more non-gnome creatures. Thankfully, this is the only non-gnome creature. The problem is our opponent can, well, not this turn, next turn. Yeah, this might end on a sour note. I might consider trying out the other deck. The other deck choice. Help build an impromptu Dino Commander deck with Watley in the meantime. Yeah, this Watley. You mean Saga Watley? Yeah. If you can hit, it's actually pretty good. Yeah, we can concede at this point. Opponent just swings with this. This will keep growing. Yeah, we needed an out there. We did not hit. We just flooded on lands really badly. The thing is, we don't exactly have that much card draw to go with it as well. We do have some discover. I'm gonna check the because the other option, instead of going white black, white black red is white blue red. We don't have a powerful rare to go with it, but what we could hit instead is probably not that one. That's a cave payoff. We do end up with brine. No, not blue. Sorry, green. But we would have to be on the lookout for creatures. I did say we could go for more green. Like, for example, the tree glorifiers of suffering is a bit overkill. I could go for, say, a kin collar, a nurturing bristleback, and some combination of colossal dactyls. It does make the deck slower, but it's probably worth it. I can also probably cut some of the red as well. Like, not really, actually. Yeah, that would be the lineup. We're gonna end up with more green, which is a problem. I guess we can get a Malamet Brawler for a Seeker Sunlight. This will tax our green quite a bit. Of course, we're taking Poison Dart Frog. There's no reason not to. Removal Suite in Black White's actually future proof. Yeah, everyone's actually talking about the standard dread board. That's the real removal piece. But otherwise, a lot of the removal here is going to. I think it's a combination of that, and a lot of the removal we were playing in Midnight Hunt, like was actually already being phased out quite a bit as well. Yeah, if we can make these late game, we should be fine. Jade Seed Stones, that's another crafting thing we can do. We're not exactly much in the way of crafting though. We are starting to get more dinosaurs though, so maybe we go for a slightly flatter curve. We just end up having to cut. We can cut the landmark. That one's a turn one that barely does anything. And we can cut one creature. Ideally, we're cutting white, so probably the Aspirants. We're giving this one a try. There is an argument for going more into green. Like, we can actually go more into these again. We can just keep the get lost. We can keep some of the other ones instead. That's actually worth a thought. I'll keep it like this for now, but not so sure if this is the better way to go. I really would ideally want to stay with white red for the most part. It's just that's the nature seal. We were just missing playables. I would be adding more non-creature spells that not quite feeling. Okay, there's the portion. This is slow. I guess I can keep this. Yeah, Abuelo's Awakening is a lot weaker now because we cut some of the cards. Maybe we could hit the turn 2 Dart Frog. Nope. Nope. But Petrify is an option. We can also just drop on Envoy if our opponent does not have removal. Okay, let's go for it. Opponent might have an Abrade, but no, they're going for the Promising Vein instead. That's okay. Maybe they do have harder removal. Let's see if they hit black. Oh, they hit white. Okay. Attentive Sunscribe. And we did hit our green, so okay, opponent. So play the Sunborn. Let's see if our opponent has removal for this. Now, it could just be an enchantment, so that would be annoying. Ali's favor, Homestead Flavor. they hit Tinker's Toad, which would okay, but we're fine with that one. So play Dart Frog, play Petrify. Start getting into more advantage. Yeah, Plundering Pirate's good. And so it begins. Opponent is now incentivized to remove this, but they, they also seem to be breaking on lands if they're, well, they might have a tap land. Nope, they're actually just breaking. And opponent concedes. Yeah, they're already far behind at this point. Whew, okay, at least we got one more win. Not bad. Let's hope we can get one more to kind of make the break even. But 3 wins from sealed. Actually, no, that's a mistake. I forgot this is sealed. This is not, because this is sealed. For us to make break even, it's actually 6 wins. We're probably not getting that, but let's see how many we can get. Yeah, we kind of got lucky on the green. We not liking the way mana works here. The promise you do have to play Promising Veins, and at the very least, it is a descent trigger, so for where it matters, you can actually make good use of it. Okay, definitely keeping this one. We might, if we hit lands, we might not even play the Dart Frog right away. We might just go. I might. So let's see if you may reveal, or if you control. So I'm probably not gonna play the Yearling right away. I might just play the Sunscribe. Opponent goes for Buried Treasure. They fired Bricks as an option, but I kind of want to start hitting. Maybe this becomes removal bait, so I'm okay with it. Oh. Oh, this is for 2? Okay, that was removal bait. We'll take it. We can make it get lost, but opponent might have a solid one here. So next turn we're probably gonna play Bricks into Dart Frog. I guess Yearling, Bricks into Yearling is also an option. Maybe they have removal for the Queen Color, that's what it is. I definitely do not want to give. I could swing first, get the, or I could just play Yearling and pass. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll play Yearling and pass. We do have one artifact in the yard, so opponents go for cycling. Yeah, they're gonna go for the Discover 5. Let's hope they don't hit. It's still a bit of a. Or they might go for something else. They don't necessarily have to do this right away. But it is a high payoff if they hit anything like 3 or 4 mana's worth. That's a pretty good Discover. If they hit 5, that's really nuts. It's a good thing we do have a Get Lost. So we can go Dart Frog, Get Lost, and next turn we can flip the Bricks. Only going for Sunshot Militia. So we can hold up the Get Lost for the time being. And I am willing to swing with Belligerent Yearling, if only to see I can eat either a combat trick or a double. Because Because if our opponent blocks like that, I just take out the militia. Opponent has their own promising vein. They might actually go for this now. Oh, it doesn't hit artifacts. Whenever one create with power and toughness equal to the total power of those creatures. So if I hit this, I change it into, okay, not a good deal. Well, we're actually breaking really hard. So if I swing with this, I basically convert their 2/3 into a 2/2, which is not a good deal. Maybe we could hit our braid. We haven't. We'll see how it goes. It's getting kind of antsy I'll be honest. Opponent might just go for the double, in which case I probably just take the hit. It's thankfully non-tokens, and our opponent seems to be yeah, they're gonna go for that. That's expected. And they hit Saheeli's Lattice, which I guess makes sense because oh, they ended up giving up the staggering size. Oh wow. Now the trick is, hold on, this is 2 mana. Yeah, it's 2 mana. I want him to block that, pay the 2 mana, and then we make it get lost. Now that said, this can still become a 4/2, so I'm probably gonna start swinging with these for the time being. Opponent might also, they do have a big dinosaur, so they can make this into a 5/4. Nope, they're just gonna cast it clean. Yeah, we might be in real trouble. It's a shame. It's kind of annoying. Normally white is able to hit this, but this time it can't. Opponent also hits the Rumbling Rock Slide also, so that's gonna stay on top. We're gonna lose our Kincaller. And we're still flooding again. I might as well swing with this one now because it's, if not, it just eats the Rumbling Rock Slide. So we will lose this one. We'll be left with, we can chump block the token at least. But then again, yeah, we can chump block the token, although our opponent ends. Do we just take 10? I think we take 10 for now. Let's make them pay for it. I'm actually okay with that. For now. It's not ideal, but thankfully this doesn't give trample, so let's decide later. Also, opponent probably should have explored. Okay, maybe we goofed up on that attack. We should have made sure to cast this first. That said, we do have a bunch of double green cards, so we can wait till we actually hit another one of them. But I'll admit, this is really not looking good. This is only as a sorcery, so you probably should have done that earlier. Block with one. Buy some time. The problem is, if our opponent doubles it, and they will get back an even bigger creature. This is actually a nuts for a mythic. We're not winning this one. Also, yeah, opponent might as well craft this. This is actually not doing it. This is not really doing anything. Yeah, they're gonna craft it. Yeah, that's gotta hurt. Understate. I have to agree. It's. Oh wow, we do have an upgrade. It's just, but it doesn't help if. Though to be fair, our opponent also draw. Yeah, we definitely need to keep this up top now. So we have some ways of buying time if our opponent doesn't have a way to blow us out. That said, our opponent can easily make a super large token, but we won't have a choice in the matter. And a diamond pickaxe to add insult to injury. Oh, it's even shiny. Thankfully, neither of these guys have trample, so. But it's now given that I do have to. I can choose not to block this one. I'll go down to 12. But yeah, we're giving them a 12-12. Maybe our opponent gets greedy. Oh, they have a combat trait. Oh, it even has trample. Okay, that's 18. Yeah, so 18 minus 5 is 13. That's exact. Yeah. That. Well, we did well actually but for I liked the cards earlier, but honestly speaking, the pool was very mediocre. I guess we could have limited the green, or we could have just gone all in on green instead. But I was not that willing to do that. But hey, 3 wins. It's okay. It's above average. At least we get more than half our gems back. Well, we can take it for now. Can't win them all, but at least we got some. At least we learned quite a few things about the format. Green can actually be pretty good, not even without the Nexus. Yeah, I opened the throne, but I couldn't get it to run. Too many one-offs, and they're spread out in too many different colors. It'd been nice if I could, but it didn't happen. Anyway, at least we can probably start playing with Throne of the Grim Captain now. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode of Magic Arena Run. If you like what you saw, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Turn on notifications and whatnot. Many thanks to Jericho Ilagan. It was really nice to have you. Indeed, it was. Indeed, it's a good evening overall. Win or we have enough wins. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope to see you guys again next time. Take care. God bless. Stay safe wherever you are. Have a great week, everyone.